Okay, this is actually take 2 of this. Because after I got done with take 1, I realized there were some things that I wanted to say. So one of the things that's changed as I've gotten older is that people, when I was little, I mean, this has been going on for decades, this change, but people used to dress up for things. I mean, things were an event. Like when you flew, people didn't go to the airport and get on an airplane wearing jeans and a t-shirt. People did not go to the doctor's office wearing shorts and a halter top or whatever. I mean, people even when you went shopping, you dressed up a little bit. I mean, it made things sort of, I guess, more of an occasion. And I know I'm now in that situation of being, yeah, back when I was a kid, sodas cost $0.25 or whatever. But obviously it's just natural progression of life. But I was thinking about when we lived in Idaho, our eye doctor, he was an ophthalmologist actually. His name was Dr. Galoon, and he so when we had our eye appointments, we had to go to Boise to do that. And of course, again, we would dress up. I mean, we didn't put little suits and ties on or anything, but we put on a nice shirt and a nice pair of pants and that sort of thing like that. And sorry, I got to Bojangles quicker than I meant to. So we would go to the eye doctor. We'd do his thing, and what I remember is, it seems to me that after every time we went, Mama would take us to, and I want to say it was J.C. Penney's, or it may have been Sears. And so this would have been back in the early to mid 70s, and it's back when Penney's and Sears were true, variety stores that you could buy a wedding dress, and you could buy a coffee maker, and even at Sears at the time, you could actually buy a kit to build a house. You could buy camping equipment, whatever it may be. But it was a thing, right? And so, but the thing I remember is that the Penney's or the Sears in Boise at that time, they had a candy and nut counter. So you could, so you could go there and you could buy, like turtles or fudge or whatever, just sort of high-end candy stuff. But they also had a whole thing of nuts that they kept warm. And Mama would always get us cashews. And they were great cashews. They were whole. They weren't pieces and stems or whatever. They were whole cashews, and they were so good. They were so tasty. I remember looking forward to that so much. And I'm sure she didn't buy us more than probably $0.25 pound a piece. And but it was really a treat. And of course, obviously, department stores have gone the way of a lot of things. I was thinking, even as I was telling this story, I was thinking at Christmas time, we were at. It was Penney's, actually, I think. But anyway, it doesn't matter. We were at some department store at the mall here, and they had like 2 people working there. And so they were trying to restock, work the counter, check people out, answer questions, go in the back and find stuff for people. And it probably was more than 2, but it couldn't have been more than 4 or 5. But what I was thinking about was like that nut counter at J.C. Penney's or Sears in Boise, Idaho in the 70s, that they had a person who just worked who worked the candy and nut counter. It's hard to imagine that happening today. It really is. So anyway, okay, there's me back when I was a kid story. Okay, love you.